So in the previous teaser video, I talked about the fact that there's two ways to run your body. One, autonomously, or two, you can give it exogenous substances to get by. So the two types of things I'm talking about, we're all being told, yes, you need hormone replacement or use these drugs to lose weight. Well, I think a better way to go about it is to establish a foundation. So what I'd like to do, there's two ways to do it. You can just give people substances because they have low testosterone or they can't lose weight, so we'll give them Ozempic, yada, yada, yada. I guess that's okay, but would you be interested if we could do it without all that? Or maybe just a little jump start. Now, if you need a little jump start to start, that's okay. But no medicine made by man was meant to be used continuously forever. It was only for temporary use. But somehow we've gotten it, big pharma and all this, we've gotten into this where we've got to be on all these medicines. So my journey, 270, 170, I did it all naturally. So I started with a foundation plan. It all starts with looking at your micronutrients. People forget about that. That's the most important part. Why is it? It's because you need those building blocks to make the substances in your body that keep you functioning well. If you don't have the substances or the minerals, your body's not going to be able to produce these, and that's why you require exogenous materials or substances. So, establish the foundation. The way we do that at our center, we do an epigenetic hair scan, 90-day window of what's going on in your body in terms of your vitamins, your minerals, and it looks at all your food allergies. That's the other thing people need to get right is the gut. They gotta fix the microbiome. Your guts are leaky. If you're drinking alcohol, if you're taking PPIs, all this garbage you're putting in your body is making your gut sick. So you're malabsorbing nutrients. So you gotta fix the gut. So we did that too. Then check the hormone levels. At first, my testosterone was real low. So I did supplement it for about a month into that. Probably 2 months, just like I normally would, because I had a total testosterone of 175 with a free of 3 and a high SHBG, which is binding all the testosterone. And then it's all being hyper-converted into estrogen, which that's the problem, and that's why you're getting fat. So we had to fix that. So once we fixed all that, I started an exercise program. Now, I'm a neurosurgeon. I have 3 companies. I don't have time, like my buddies in the UFC that I hang out with, to work. AJ works out, so does Teddy, hours upon hours per day. That's because that's what they do. I don't have time for that. So I developed a program called the MetaHuman Protocol. And what that is, it's kind of based off the Superhuman Protocol that was developed by Da Vinci Medical. I kind of tweaked that a little bit, and so here's what I do. I do 20 minutes of high intensity training in a 150-degree sauna for 20 minutes. I work all muscle groups. I work out 5 times a week in the sauna. What that's done for me, it took all my visceral fat away. We can show pictures where I was just doing normal workouts and I looked okay, but I was bulky. I looked like a bodybuilder out of shape. But then once I started the sauna, my God, you can go through my profile and watch this happen. Multiple pictures show this transition. So then on top of that, I do red light therapy past 670 nanometers because that's how you activate mitochondria. You need to get in a whole body bed. spot doing it, that's for skin and some musculoskeletal injuries, acute, that's okay. But for systemic metabolism, you've got to do it. Go look at all the studies I've shown, all the videos I've done about red light therapy. That is key to my metabolism. Massive key. Then we need to, once we get it going, then we can measure your exact resting metabolic rate using a VO2 max system. We can do it with indirect calorimetry and calculate what we need to do for your goal. If you're a bodybuilder, we need to do something different. We need to amp things up. If you're like me, I want to be just a functional, in shape human so I can go travel and play with my grandkids and play with my kids. You know, I'm going to put me in a caloric deficit. That's what I've done. So I'm in a 250 calorie caloric deficit based on my activity level. Once we get that going, we also identify the food allergies. That's real important. So then what kind of diet? I started out with a carnivore, not true all carnivore, but that's the fastest way to start getting in shape. But then I've transitioned out of that. I'm not, I hope my friends don't hate me, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm 62, I'm going into my older years. I have some issues with uric acid, so I can't pound the red meat like all these other people are doing. But I still eat red meat, it's important. The only supplements that I take are Shilajit in the morning. I do a superfood for a supplement that has all the vitamins and minerals that I need. I use Flip 7, I think it's great, and plus it's got 20 grams of protein, so it's actually a meal, and that's one of my meals. Then the other time, I intermittent fast, but I do it with circadian biology. So I eat at 10 a.m. and I eat it no past 5. I try to do it at 4. That way I don't have any indigestion. I haven't been on a PPI, or I haven't had heartburn for a year since all this happened. That PPI I took Prilosec for 30 years. That's just horrible because that depleted my magnesium, caused iatrogenic hypertension. I can go down the mechanism of how it did it, but it's just horrible. Again, you're not supposed to be on these medicines long term. It's supposed to be temporary. So then I've shown all these gains with the MetaHuman protocol, my diet, scientifically derived, and initially low dose testosterone because I had extremely low level. I mean, normal, considering the A4M, or the guidelines now are 395, I believe, total. So is considered normal, but I think it needs to be higher than that based on symptoms. But right now, I'm like crazy energy. I don't drink caffeine during the day. I have 1/2 a cup of coffee and I'm great. And I drink some ketones because I like that energy boost. It's an easy energy, but it's better than a Monster, put it that way. So anyhow, got all that taken care of, routine in hand. Now I'm clicking. Everything's good. My heart's good, my lungs good, my body's good, my musculoskeletal system's good, my skeletal muscle is getting bigger. So I noticed with this weight loss, it's kind of crazy. I really lost the weight in my legs fast. The reason is I was carrying all that extra weight. So I had to get a fix for that. What did I do for that? E-gym and eccentric weight training. I do that 3 times a week now. I added that to my routine. It's not much, but that thing, let me tell you this. That is true testosterone boosting. The eccentric load is crazy how you feel after you do that workout. And I could go through some things, but just let me tell you, it is a testosterone booster. And one of my friends, Dr. McMillan, he was pioneer of the eccentric weight training. and he can tell you the same thing. Shout out to Mike. He's an orthopedic surgeon, great inventor, and he's a power lifter, and he's kind of like me and does everything. So that's where we're at with this program. And then, so after I got down to where I wanted to be, I said, well, maybe I should go back on I need to go back on the testosterone. Well, I checked my level and it was normal. I haven't been on testosterone for 6 months. It's over 500. My free is, I think the last one was 11, and normal SHBG. Why is that? Because I'm healthy. I'm 62. We're not supposed to produce that, right? That's not correct. Another friend of mine, he got sick doing something, lost a bunch of weight, wanted to get back on testosterone, checked his level, and he was doing some exercising, and it went to normal. So what I'm proposing here is, before you get on board with these medicines, let's talk about the weight loss, Ozempic or GLP-1s. I'm certified in weight loss and all that for medical weight loss. I'll use it for people to jumpstart them if their BMIs are high. I'm not giving it to some celebrity or somebody that needs to lose 10 pounds. That's crazy. And I think you can do all this. I mean, some people you've got to jumpstart. I mean, they're so far beyond homeostasis, they need to see results. I don't have a problem with that. If you supplement it with something like, something that stimulates lean body mass retention, like some of the A4M guys are doing Sermorelin, which induces growth hormone production. I kind of agree with that. I think it's okay. Do that to avoid lean body mass loss. I lost no lean, well, I did lose lean body mass in my legs, but I didn't take Ozempic. I did it naturally. So what's the moral of the story? There's two ways to do this, guys. I want to be an autonomous human. If I can do everything possible to make that better. The last thing that I didn't talk about is the environment. Why do I have these glasses on? I'm looking at it. That light is toxic. That light turns on cortisol production. That light is killing you. That light is telling you that you should go to sleep. And what do you do instead? Because it's during the day. The toxic blue light in LED lights is the next frontier of chronic disease. And I believe, and Jack Cruz, another neurosurgeon, he's way more read about this. You can watch all his videos. They're amazing videos. This guy is off the chain, but he's one of those conspiracy guys. But it's true. The science that he presents is true. And now they're working. Go look at Facebook and social media and see these ads popping up for incandescent lighting. There's a reason for that. We're going back to that because incandescent lighting mirrors the sun, and the sun has balanced light. LED lights, like up in my ceiling, are fragmented. And what does that do to your brain? It fragments it. It makes it chaotic. It makes it anxious. So these glasses, these are RA Optics. I love these. These are so well made. Shout out to RA Optics. I don't have an account with them, but I'm gonna get an account with them because these things are amazing. They come in prescription, and it blocks all. I mean, when you put these on and you see what you really see, balanced lighting, it's way different than what you're really seeing. It balances the light. What does that do? If you wake up and look at the LED light, your body now skips the production of vitamin A, melatonin, and you keep doing that, vitamin D, go put some sunscreen on, and then you're gonna really not absorb the light and not produce vitamin D. Or nitric oxide. We're going to have a whole video with my buddy Nathan on this as well. He's Mr. Nitric Oxide. Shout out to Nathan. I've been taking his his nitric oxide preparations are so scientifically put together. They make sure you can convert nitrates, you can produce nitric oxide. This guy is the bomb. They're even putting it in the soil because we don't have nitrates in our soil anymore. It's deficient. So that's why the plants are deficient, and that's why we are deficient. So these are great things to do. Now, this is my journey. This is the way I'm going to treat people. If you want to learn this way, there's several people online. The Primal Bod, she's a woman. Kazi, she's awesome. She's on, I don't believe I think she takes 2 supplements, zinc or something else. I don't think she's on estrogen replacement. She looks good. She understands insulin resistance, and she's the queen of circadian biology or circadian rhythms. And it's all true. You start following those guidelines and you start working with nature, you will now heal. You were meant to heal yourself. We can go into the regenerative principles. Your body has its own stem cells. Oh, by the way, all you females that are going out there getting liposuction, you're actually depleting your body of stem cells, and you never regrow those. So you may consider banking those, and there's ways to do that. I can help you with that. Click the link in the bio. I can instruct your plastic surgeons what to do to bank your cells for down the road, that those cells will be available to you for injury and repair, and will help you get rid of all of these chronic diseases. It will help you or maintain a healthy life. So these are really good pearls. So let's go back. I chose the autonomous way. It's okay to do the other way, but if you don't fix the stuff that made that happen, you're not going to ever get better, and you're going to be reliant on the system for your life.
Find the right solution, you come to the right place. I'm Dr. Mark Giovannini, and I wanted to share my personal journey with you, a journey of transformation that I achieved without major medical interventions. I know firsthand the struggles and triumphs of getting fit, and that's what sets my program apart. I don't just talk the talk, I walk the walk. I've lived through the ups and downs, and I've developed these programs based on real evidence, science. There's no shortcuts. It's all about doing it naturally.
But when considering hormone replacement and all that, I think that's the number one thing, and minerals. No one's talking about the minerals. That's actually more important. Get your hair scan. We do that too. We can get you in touch with our clinic for that, and we can send you a report and give you guidelines and create custom supplements at the Center for Life. But my goal is that if I do these videos, enough people watch, they can just do it on their own. Everything's out there to do it on your own. Look at all these influencers who's done the journey. Look at those people and learn, but don't just pick up the drug, please, because every drug has a side effect. Like I started the methylene blue, that's not natural. So there's got to be a side effect, but that crap works. I'm telling you, that is a mitochondrial machine, and it coupled with red light, this thing, red light therapy and my methylene blue, but the safety, no one's done a big safety protocol on it. So, and it is artificial. I know tons of people doing it for anti-aging, but again, be careful. That's my talk for today. Thanks for tuning in.